Here's Malin's before photo, and then here's his after. Literally insane progress. I asked him to come on this channel so he could share his story as well as just share with us how he actually made this transformation happen. It's a really good video, really good interview, so I hope you guys enjoy this.
We're all kind of brainwashed to think acne treatment equals like some sort of product, right? And so then getting the acne method as a relatively unorthodox form of treatment, I think my skin started clearing up a lot earlier than I started to personally realize it. I noticed a lot of people around me would say, oh, your skin's looking better. Oh, your skin's looking better. Easiest $10 I ever spent. If you're considering it, just send it, get it. Don't waste any more time. My name's Malin. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm an entrepreneur here working in the music industry. And yeah, I've had acne for many years.
You look great now. I mean, I've seen kind of the change over time, but could you kind of explain your experience with acne, like your acne journey? You know, when did it start? What kind of acne were you dealing with? Like, what was your experience all the way up to the point before you were able to clear it up?
It started in high school, late high school. I'd say before then, like puberty hit me a lot later. And I say like once puberty hits, it definitely comes on a lot stronger. So it was probably maybe the end of my junior year, senior year, definitely leading into like my freshman year of college was when it really got worse. Dealt with a lot of whiteheads, a lot of blackheads. I had cysts that were kind of down like my lymph node area. That was like where I get real bad cysts. I told you my grandma worked for Mary Kay, right? So she had provided me with all these different products to use, and I'm trying all these different things and all these different cleansers my mom wants me to have, and Cetaphil, CeraVe, whatever else. And I got picked on not as much for my acne early on, because like I said, a lot of the worst end of my acne was when I was a freshman in college. And then it wasn't until honestly, like most of me getting picked on for my acne has been online, people just in comment sections on TikTok and Instagram, things like that. So I went to Corpus Christi for college for a year. And after that, I decided to move back home. And that was right whenever COVID hit. And whenever COVID hit, that's when it got the worst. I was drinking a shit ton of coffee with milk and sugar. I was drinking energy drinks, had a fucked up sleep schedule, stayed inside all the time, was playing video games, wasn't exercising, pizza rolls and, whey protein and just every bad thing you could think of. Like I was doing it, gallons of milk, like everything. And so I was 21. Yeah.
Okay, 21, and you're 23 now.
Yeah, which is crazy because I thought it was never gonna end.
Yeah, dude, I know that feeling, man. It really does feel like almost hopeless sometimes because you spin your wheels, especially when you try things that don't work. Which, like you said, your grandma was Mary Kay, and so she sort of kind of got you onto like different skincare products and stuff. Did you ever actually see any success with things that you were trying to get rid of your acne with, like with topicals and different products, or did that never really do anything for you?
I tried a lot of different things. I would say at times that I thought that it was certain things working. Like, for example, there was a time I remember very vividly. It was the summer of 2019, and it was 4th of July, and I was at my grandparents' house, and my acne had been really bad, but all of a sudden it cleared up, and I was using some of the face wash stuff that she had given me. But now knowing what I know now, it was probably a lot of like, I didn't have as much stress then. I was just hanging out with my grandma and was just enjoying life. I had been there for a couple weeks then. So that's like, I'm looking back, okay, that's probably what it was. But at the time I thought, oh yeah, it's this Mary Kay face wash. And so I kept trying it, but it never really solved anything.
But then the acne came back afterwards, is what you're saying?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so now I got a little bit more of an understanding. Your acne basically ramped up late high school, and then as you started getting into early college, that was when it was getting to its worst. I've seen photos of what you look like now, and you send me the photos of like what you looked like when you were, struggling with your acne. And so I just got to ask, like, you look awesome. How did you clear it up? How were you able to clear up your skin?
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
It was kind of a lot of things that happened at once. I'd say it started with breaking up with the girlfriend that I had, and it really pushed me into fitness. At the same time there, I'm like, okay, let me start taking my diet a little bit more serious. And then like after going through the acne method, a lot of what I learned was like stress, exercising, meditation, journaling. Like I got so many journals filled up now, and I couldn't even imagine journaling if it was 2 years ago when it first started. I'm just like, oh, let me just play video games. I'll stay inside. Sleep schedule was totally messed up. So the diet got more on point. Exercise became a consistent thing. It was a whole lifestyle change. That was, I think, the biggest thing is it wasn't just, oh, I'm going to do this one thing differently. Oh, I'm just going to stop eating dairy. Oh, I'm just going to start working out, or, oh, I'm going to start using this topical. It wasn't just one thing. It was a culmination of a lot of things, and it was an entire lifestyle change. But I think what I love about the lifestyle change is all the things put together is kind of where I always imagined myself being. And there was a lot of things that needed to happen at once for me to kind of finally transform into the person that I saw myself as for a long time.
That's really awesome. I'm really stoked to hear that, man. And what you said also rings really true to me. You said, acne is a culmination of things. And I always tell people, because people always want a quick answer, and they always want to be like, what is the thing I need to do to clear my acne? And the thing I try to tell people is every single person is different. So everyone has a different reason they have acne, but it's also usually not just one single thing. It's probably 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and all of them are causing a little bit of acne, but all of them together are causing a lot of acne. And so that's why the acne method, it's not just like, this thing solves everyone's acne. It's like, here's all these different things that you can try in a structured and easy way to do it. But as you go through, you're going to see that this one really helped you. This one wasn't that important. So you can really focus on doing this one and not worrying about that. You move to the next one. If you were to think about just like before the acne method, before you're able to get rid of your acne, what would you say was the worst part about healing your acne?
I think being under the assumption that a single thing was going to fix it, like if I just used, especially with, like I said, my roommate who at the time was an esthetician, she's getting all these different products for me to try, and I'm trying all of them, and none of them working or even making it worse. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to give it time. There's a detox period I need to go through. So I'm going through the detox period, and then it still ends up worse and worse. And then I'm in the shower just thinking, washing my face, is this even working? What am I doing wrong? Like thinking that the one product would be the solution. I will say the one thing I never tried was Accutane. I was really wanting to do everything I could to stay off Accutane.
Thank God you didn't get on Accutane though, because like a lot of people get to that point where they're like, Accutane is the only thing left. But it's just because they haven't tried all the other things, or they have lost hope to even trying to figure out what the other things are. And someone could be like you, where they just hadn't tried the right thing, the right combination, and then they could have skipped this huge course of Accutane that really can wreak havoc on your body. So dude, I feel you, and I'm stoked that you didn't have to do Accutane. So, like, what led you to trying to look for, like, a new way or, like, a better way to heal your acne?
At some point, I realized that all the advice that my mom and dad and grandma and dermatologists had given me wasn't working. So it just so happened that, because I know that you'd had the acne method out for a minute. I think at some point, everything, like I said, all the lifestyle changes that happened at once just clicked. It kind of was just, oh shit, there it is. Like the $10, 10 steps. And it was the perfect timing, And if I'd have been aware of it earlier, would I have purchased it? Maybe, but I doubt it would have worked because like I wasn't ready for it mentally.
Dude, I love it. I love it. So when you were doing the acne method, what would you say were like your emotions and your feelings as you did start to see your skin clear up?
I think my skin started clearing up a lot earlier than I started to personally realize it. I noticed a lot of people around me would say, oh, your skin's looking better. Oh, your skin's looking better. And then like on the inside, I'm still like, I still got pimples. Like I still got hyperpigmentation. I still got all these issues. Like I think I started it at like the very end, the acne method of 2021. And obviously I had seen some videos before then, but it wasn't until then. So I guess like all of 2022 and I guess the end of 2021 was when I took it really serious. So to think that like in a year of me being seriously disciplined changed my entire life, I would have never told you that ever. I don't know. That's cool as fuck to me.
I got a big smile on my face because, I mean, like, I wrote that, man. Like, I wanted to see people have a positive effect, and you're, like, literally the living proof of it. That makes me really happy, man. The other thing I wanted to get into is on Instagram, you originally messaged me, and you had sent me some pictures, and then you sent me a video, and you said,
bro, I bought the acne method, and it was the easiest $10 I ever spent because of how much you changed my life just watching the videos. So it was the easiest $10 to support you. What I didn't realize was the lifestyle change that I was going to go through. As you can see, I still got some breakouts, but that's the least of my concerns, man. I've been hitting the gym, feeling good. I was the healthiest and happiest I've ever been in my entire life, and it wouldn't have been possible without being able to read what you gave through the ebook, man. So thank you for the acne method. Thank you for everything you're doing, bro. You're an inspiration for a lot of people, and I want to say I appreciate you, man. Sending some good energy your way. Hope you have a good day, brother.
So could you just kind of like share what you meant by that and elaborate on that?
We're all kind of brainwashed to think acne treatment equals like some sort of product, right? And so then getting the acne method as a relatively unorthodox form of treatment and realizing that like, okay, yeah, a lot of it is about food. Let me get that on point. And then once I got past that, it's like, oh shit, how many other things are affecting me that I don't realize? I used to not know how to deal with stress. It was fill a void by playing video games, distract myself with smoking weed. I didn't know how to value alone time. I'm still am very much an extrovert, but I didn't know how to have alone time for myself that was beneficial for maintaining my mental health, spending time journaling. I cherish my health and I cherish my ability to move and talk to people and get out of my house so much. So the second I started healing from that, it just huge perspective shift.
Now that you are cleared up, how would you say you emotionally feel now?
I mean, confident. Every day I'm grateful, which I think happiness stems from gratitude and practicing gratitude. Yeah, honestly, that I'd say just grateful. Every day is grateful. Every day is wonderful. When people ask me how I am, it's never good. It's never fine. It's always wonderful, blessed, grateful. Like, it's just how I live now.
Do you think that this investment in yourself was worthwhile? And what advice would you give somebody who is considering getting the Acne method?
Easiest $10 I ever spent. If you're considering it, just send it, get it. Don't waste any more time.
What would you say? What would your life be like now if you had not gone through the Acne method?
I'd probably still be depressed. Yeah, I mean, it was a culmination of a lot of things that changed at one time that amplified it all. But I think deep down, honestly, wanting to change my acne, like just being insecure about my physical appearance. From there, I found the diet switches. I found the exercise, found the stress relief. But if it wasn't for me being insecure about my acne, I probably would have always maintained the same shitty habits that kept me in a negative hole.
It's almost, I say this all the time, but it's almost like the curse of acne. Your perspective can change, and what you allow it to do with your life can change acne from being this curse to actually being a blessing that led you down a path to growing into a better version of yourself. Cool, dude. I really, really appreciate you jumping on here and just taking your time out of your day to talk and just really like open up too, because I know you shared some very personal things. So, dude, I really appreciate you hopping on here, man.
Cheers, bro. Absolutely. Appreciate your time. Great to talk to you.